Obviously, it was a win that caught a lot of people's attention. I wonder what the key is to maintaining that, to doing that on a nightly basis, and to playing at that level, no matter who you're playing against.
I think preparing the way we did was a big part of it. The 2-day prep, we were very focused, in tune, and continuing to do that throughout the rest of the season.
I just feel like not getting complacent, just continuing every single day to work hard and practice and take every game one by one and day by day and just always listen to the game plan.
Is it something you guys feel you were doing coming into this game? You just weren't getting results, or is this something that changed for this game?
We were doing it, but I think it was just a little bit different, knowing the magnitude of the game and everything. But now we know exactly what we need to do. We know we can beat, or play with and beat, anybody. So we're going to continue to do that.
It seemed like in that game maybe your guys' energy level was a little better throughout. We'd seen it in spurts in other games, obviously, but it seemed like you guys were on the floor for loose balls all throughout the entire game. Is that something we were just perceiving, or was the energy better, and if so, why?
Yeah, the energy was definitely higher from beginning to end. The energy was probably at the top. Like the magnitude of the game, it's Kentucky. UCLA and North Carolina just played before us. We needed a big win. It was just everything came together at once.
I feel like our attention to detail was very, very high. And I feel like coming into the game, we were really, really prepared because of our coaches and all the things we did, 2-day prep before the game. So I feel like coming into the game, we knew what we had to do. We knew we had to play hard, play smart, and play together, and that's what we did.
Just to follow that, I counted Mark on the floor 4 or 5 times on Saturday. I'm just wondering what that does for you guys. Obviously, you almost expect it from like maybe a Jay Sean or someone like that, but when Mark's scrapping like that, what does that do for you guys?
It brings us. I think it brings us together because Mark's one of our leaders. When we see him on the floor, everyone wants to follow and do the same thing. We know that Sean's going to give it, day in and day out. But having to see Mark do it was big for us, and we all follow after.
What's the mood been like since then? Obviously, that's a huge win. But what have you guys done since then to kind of sustain it? Are you still on cloud 9, or have things come back to it?
It's definitely a good win. It's a big win, but we have a good opponent coming in on Tuesday, and our focus is directly on them. So we enjoyed the win when the game was over, but now it's 100% Mercer.
Good. I heard you on the broadcast after the game. You said almost said this is who we are. That we're tough. We do this. We do that. Was it truly the magnitude of the game that helped you guys rise to the occasion? And did you say, like this is who we are now?
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, the magnitude of the game, I think that finally showed who we really are. I don't know what else to say. I think we're gonna play like this the rest of the way throughout the season. But I think just everything came together in that game for us to finally, do what we knew we could do.
And how do you hold on to that, both of you? I know you've talked a little bit about it.
Just coming in every day in practice and continuing to be hungry and continuing to learn from our coaches and continuing to be sponges to knowledge and just being very open to criticism, because that's what we're going to need moving forward.
How did Coach react? Because I think this is the first time since '87, if I read the notes right, to beat Kentucky. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's historic.
Yeah, like everyone was happy about it. Coach was definitely happy about it. But when someone said, we got to move on to the next game. It was a big one for us. It was definitely a turning point. We think it was a turning point in our season. So now we got to move on and continue to do those things we did to win that game.
Trevor, for you, 5 blocks, and some of them were pretty aggressive. I just wonder, what did something feel different for you? Could you tell that it was going to be a different type of game? Because it seemed like early on, especially, you had some early baskets, you had those blocks. What was anything different for you personally?
Not really. Going into the game, I just was as calm as possible. I wasn't trying to get myself too excited or too riled up. I kind of wanted to keep a cool demeanor. Just in practice, we had a really good practice following the game, and we just went really hard. And that was just pretty much what translated over into the game.
Do you think in the past have you gotten too amped up for games?
Yeah, I feel like the first half of games, I was getting a little excited because I haven't played in a year, so like I was getting into foul trouble and stuff like that. But as the games go on more and more, I'm just becoming more relaxed and more at ease with myself.
For both of you guys, I know, Trevor, you go against Daniel Giddens, I assume, every day in practice, and Kate as well. Just the play he made, Kentucky had made their great run and got it down to 3, and he got out there at midcourt, got on the floor, and flipped the ball ahead to Cam. Cam gets fouled, 2 free throws. Then Daniel, who hasn't made many free throws, he makes 2 himself. You guys get a 4-point play out of his hustle there. Just, I don't know, just is that a play that you guys can point to and say, this is the kind of blue-collar effort we got to bring to the game?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Just talk about it.
Yeah, like
What
Daniel.
was your reaction when you saw him out there sprawling on the court?
Not even surprised.
Yeah,
He
not
does
surprised
that like
'cause-
every day.
Yeah, that's Daniel. Daniel, he's gonna give you his heart. He's gonna play hard, and I knew if there's gonna be a ball on the ground and if he's in the game, I know that he's gonna be the first one to jump on it. So it definitely was a play to remember in Ohio State history.
Kate, I'm asking Trevor about his play, but I wonder did you sense anything different from him going into the game? Could you tell that he was more calm? Have you seen him get too amped up for games earlier this season? What did you see from him?
I felt like not just Trevor, but everybody just felt everyone was a little bit different than they usually are. We had a little bit different demeanor. Trevor specifically, he said, he's been too amped up sometimes. I feel like other players also been too amped up. I feel like everyone just came in, with a cooler demeanor or just a calmness about them going into the game.
Last week, on 2 days before the game, Austin transfers out of the program. The day before the game, you guys find out that Mickey gets to play. What was it like for you guys just in the locker room last week dealing with losing a teammate and gaining a teammate?
The game plan, we just had to focus on Kentucky. Like that was the biggest thing that mattered. Nothing else mattered. Was just what we had to do coming out to execute our offensive game plan and our defensive game plan. So, yeah.
A lot of fans have pointed to this as a turning point. Obviously, the game tomorrow is a different magnitude. You mentioned how that, kind of helped you guys. What do you see in tomorrow's game, and how do you keep that same level of intensity and things like that for a different type of moment?
Mercer's a good team. We have to bring the energy. And we watch film for them. They're a good team. I don't know what more I can say. They're a good team, and we have to come out and play with energy to beat them.
Because you guys have seen him in practice, we haven't seen anything of him. What does Mickey add? I mean, when you add a guy like that to the equation, what can he bring? How can he help you guys this year?
He definitely brings a lot of versatility from being very strong and physical and being able to pass the ball really well and being able to find guys when you think that they're not open. And he definitely brings that element of toughness and kind of savvy to his game. So it should be very interesting to see what he brings to the team.
Is he ready to play now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.